Sounds good, Nick. We'll talk to you maybe in the morning. KDSLG, NA1Y.
Yeah, it's far too warm to be doing antenna work right now. We got to give it another month at least. KE8BZA here. I have a NetLogger window open, and I've harvested a few call signs already. And if you'd like to check in via RF before the bottom of the hour, I can accommodate you. Just give me a call, KE8VZA.
KAVZA, K8SLG.
KD8SLG, KE8VZA here. How you doing there, just Nick?
Well, I'm okay, man. I don't know. I guess everybody's just listening mode right now. Anyway, I don't want to leave an awkward moment of silence there. How are things, man? Did you try my Sloppy Joe recipe yet?
No, as a matter of fact, the XYO was at Walmart, and I forgot to ask her to grab everything. So next trip, I'm dying to try it.
Alright, man, alright. So much better than Manwich, I'm telling you. Smells just like high school Sloppy Joes used to smell. The cafeteria on Sloppy Joe Day, I'm telling you. 40 seconds, KD8SLG, standing by.
KEKKO, what's this about a Sloppy Joe recipe?
It's an air fryer thing, man. You wouldn't understand. Hi, Nick.
Yeah, then you're right.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
There she is. QST, QST, QST. This is Kilo Echo 8, Victor Zulu Alpha, KE8VZA. My personal is Eric, Echo Romeo India Charlie, and I am the net control operator for the Beacon Net pre-show. The Beacon Net meets on this repeater on Sunday nights at 10 and Wednesday nights at 10 with pre-checks both nights at 9:30. Those are Eastern times. And the repeater, which repeater you ask? It's the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio with the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association. Frequency is 147 Mark 390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. You can also connect via Allstar. Our node number is 48496. And also Echolink, look for W8WKY-R. The Beacon Net pre-show is a controlled net and a controlled pre-net. And I ask that all traffic pass through net control, yours truly. Urgent and emergency traffic, please break in at any time. I'll take a break. For any urgent or emergency traffic, please call now.
W8WKY.
All right, hearing nothing. Let's go up and touch base with our net control team. See, I remembered this time. Anyway, our notorious Mickey Mouse roll call. Let's go up to the top here and touch base with KE8QKO, Nick at Night, who will be our net control operator at the top of the hour. How you doing out there, Nick? And are you ready to roll at the top of the hour?
KE8VZA, KE8QKO. I should be. Technically, I'm rolling right now to pick up my son from a thing from his school activity today. But we are on our way home. I should be home at about 9:45-ish, which means I should have plenty of time to be ready for the start of the net. So unless something happens between now and then, I'll be there.
All right there, Nick at Nite. Your mobile's working good for you. We'll see you at the top of the hour, and Godspeed. We'll clear with KE8QKO. Let's go down to see if Dustin's out there tonight. KD8EPC. Dustin, are you out there? How you doing? And are you going to stick around tonight?
KE8VZA and the BeaconNet pre-show. This is KD8EPC. Well, good evening to you, Eric. You know what? I'm going to try to stick around. I won't promise that I'll be there, but why not try to keep me on the list? All is well in the world. We're hanging out. Just threw some hoodies in the washer, so got to wait to throw them in the dryer. So that's going to take a minute. So this is KD8EPC, back to pre-net control.
All right there, Dustin. Yeah, I have a load in the dryer right now as we speak. Anyway, good to hear you tonight. I saw some pictures of a very squatchy environment on somebody's Facebook page earlier. Anyway, good to hear you. We'll keep you on the log. Do your best, and we'll clear with KD8EPC. Let's go down to Just Nick, KD8SSG. How you doing there, Just Nick? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
KE8VZA, this is KD8SLG. Good evening again, Eric. Good to hear you, man. Just like to remind everybody real quick that Christmas extravaganza tickets are available on WKY.org now. It's up there, so stop on by and check it out if you're going to come out to Christmas dinner. I'll be sticking around. KD8SLG, back to net control.
Roger, Roger. Thanks for the reminder. I did see the email, and I will be there with the cool kids as well. And I hope everybody else will give it some thought and show up. It's a good time, and good food, and good camaraderie. Anyway, thanks, Nick. And we'll clear with KD8SLG for now. Let's go down and see if Josh might be out there. W8HRF. Are you out there, Josh? How you doing? And are you going to stick around for the net tonight? All right, maybe he's taking a break. Let's go down and see if Lucy's out there. KE8YUK. Lucy, are you out there? And are you going to stick around for the net tonight?
KE8VZA, KE8YUK. Hi, everybody. It's been a long time since I've been in a Sunday BeaconNet. Josh fell asleep on the couch, and I don't have the heart to wake him up. So he might pop in later if he wakes up, but I am going to let sleeping dogs lie, if you will. And as far as myself, I am probably going to be puttering around the house. I might be listening in the background. So you can give me a call, but I wouldn't place bets on it. I might go to bed early. I am not sure. But, yeah, give me a shout-out. But I'm probably going to try to get stuff done while the entire rest of my family is asleep so I can actually focus. Have a good night, everybody. Hopefully we'll catch you at the end. KE8YK, KE8VZA 73s, and God bless.
All right there, Lucy. Very good. We'll leave you on the list. We'll leave Josh on there, too. If you're there, you're there. If you're not, we know where you are. Anyway, good to hear you tonight. And we'll clear with KE8YUK. Let's go down and touch base with Alan, our alt trivia master. How you doing tonight, Alan? And how's Larry doing these days?
KI5DAY in the net. Hey, good evening there, Mr. Eric. What's going on with you? Man, I'm doing all right overall. I feel a little weird. I was a little sore in my gums today, so I am still adjusting to my wisdom teeth being pulled. I hadn't had a lot of pain, but the last couple of days was a little funky, so decided, because I'm starting to eat normal food for the most part, and I decided to take a tramadol because they gave me some of that. And the last time I took one, I didn't notice much because I think I was already so tired or something when I took it. But man, it made me feel like a funky monkey. I don't even know what that is. But what was I going to say? There was something on my mind. Larry, yeah, you mentioned Larry. He's driving me nuts. He keeps playing that commercial on YouTube over and over again of 1877 Cars for Kids. Every time I hear that in my car, I want to rip the stereo out and throw it out the window. It's one of the worst things ever recorded known to mankind. But anyways, other than that, I'm doing wonderful, man. All is good in the hood and just chilling like a villain. And what else is happening? I don't know. Let me let this drop. I do have alt trivia. I had made one up, and I got it done earlier in the week because in case something happened tonight. Last week I was out of pocket and didn't get back in time, but we're here tonight, so... Anyways, I'll be standing by. KI5DAY.
All right there, Alan. Good to hear you're recovering from the wisdom teeth. I had mine out a long time ago, but I still remember the ordeal. There you go. Anyway, good to hear you tonight. And looking forward to the alt trivia. Say hi to Larry. We'll clear with KIAY. I'm KE8VZA with the BeaconNet pre-show. And let me take a break for time, and I'll read you who I have thus far. KE8VZA returning. Okay, so far I have on the list N8YMY John, KF8G Brian, K5CFY Ray, W3ETB Eddie, KC0FRM Kelly, KI5TAQ Taco Tim, AB8MO Andy, N5KVD Pete, KI5RFI Mac, KE8ZZR Harry, KE8QFT Fred. Anyone else that would like to get on the log, please give me a call. I'm KE8VZA, and I'm listening.
KE8VZA, Whiskey Alpha 8, Kilo Oscar Charlie, Fred Akron.
KE8VZA, KI5LRA, JP, Tulsa.
Just to make sure I got through, AFI-JB, Manitoba, it's your time.
Well, good evening, Eric. Here is KCFQV. Maybe I'm going to be number 22. KCFQV. I don't know. It's going to be there somewhere.
All right, I'll pick it up there.
W8WKY.
And a word from our sponsor. Okay, we picked up a handful of stations there. WA8KOC, Fred, KI5LRA, JP, AF5JB, Matt, short time. We'll get to you momentarily here, Matt. KC8FQB, Mark. Yes, you are in slot 22. Okay, let's jump up to our short time station, AF5JB. How you doing tonight, Matt? And what do you have for the net before you leave?
Well, I appreciate it, and good evening to you and everybody else on the net. And I'm doing very well, and I gotta say, life is good. and had a great weekend. I saw a friend of mine and some of his folks out of town, and everybody seems to be doing pretty good in that part of the world. I was mainly Oklahoma, and come back and tell us about 1 a.m. I went to the main event, played Supercars, played at Warsaw Pac-Man, kind of hung around there for a little bit, and went home and of course had more pizza and beer, and then went on bed and kind of watched TV for a little bit before I did that, and took it easy most of the day today. Did a little bit of shopping and get ready for the whole new week. Of course, I played some outrun and missed that man and a minute ago. That was a good game. All good steady games there. And it's on that that's all I got. It's currently 67 degrees and fair, and here in Tulsa, and it's good to hear you guys out there. 73, and until next time, have a good out of good safe week as well. And this is AFIJB Matt in Tulsa, Oklahoma, about to take control. Thanks for having me, and until next time, thanks again.
All right, Matt. Well, hey, good to hear you had a good weekend. And Pac-Man, always good time. I love that game. And a friend of mine sent me a video on Instagram about a new console that Atari has released. It is a 2600 replica, or it actually is a 2600 modernized, but it's a Pac-Man edition. And look that one up. It's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind having one. I would put that on for Christmas. There you go. All right, Matt. Well, thanks for joining us, 7-3. And we'll clear with AF5JB. And let's see. Let me go up to WA8KOC. You sometimes get your ticket punched. So how you doing tonight? And are you going to stick around tonight, or are you going to just get the ticket punched?
Hey, good evening, Eric. Thanks for taking my check-in. Sincerely appreciate that. I am going to get another ticket punch, if you would, please. And my best goes out to everybody here on the net. Hopefully everybody has a great net and joins in with the trivia, has a good time. You take care of yourself. 7-3 to you and everybody else. Everybody have a great week. KE8VZA and pre-net for the Beacon Net, WA8KOC.
All right, Fred, very good. Good to hear you tonight. Consider your ticket punched, and thanks for popping in here and getting on the log. And 7-3, I'm sure we'll hear you this week on the Barometer Net. We'll clear with WA8KOC, and let's go up to the top of the list. And N8YMY John, how are you tonight? And are you going to stick around for the net?
K8VZA, N8YMY. Nah, we're just going to let you punch the ticket. We're going to call it a night here and get prepared for what the morning brings. So, Eric, have a great net, and we'll talk to you soon. Probably see you Thursday night. N8YMY.
Very good, John. Consider your ticket punch. Thanks for stopping in tonight and getting on the log. And, yeah, we'll see you Thursday night. I'll be there. And we'll clear with N8YMY73. Let's go down to Brian, KF8G. How are you, Brian? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight? KF8G, KE8VZA. You out there, Brian? Are you going to stick around for the net tonight? Brian usually sticks around. We'll leave him on the log. And let's go down to Ray, K5CFY. How you doing, Ray? And are you going to stick around for the net tonight?
KE8VZA, K5CFY. Good evening there, Eric. Thanks for doing the pre-net. We definitely appreciate it. Not much going on here, but I'm definitely going to hang around. So good to hear everybody in there. JP, good to hear you in there from Bonita, Oklahoma. Oh, by the way, guys, I heard Mike, Frozen Radio. I talked to him on another net Friday night, I think it was. Anyway, K5CFY, back to you.
All right, Ray, got you on the log. Good to hear you tonight. And thanks for the news on Frozen Radio. It's funny, I was thinking about him Friday and wondering how he was doing up there. Good to hear he's still radioactive. And excellent. Anyway, we'll clear with K5CFY for now. Let's go down to Eddie over in Maryland, W3ETB. How you doing, Eddie? And are you going to stick around for the net tonight?
Hi, Eric. Yeah, I'm kind of watching the show on, actually streaming the show on the computer here and watching it. But I'll be sticking around. I want to hear what the trivia questions are and give my answers. So I'll be here. Back to you.
All right, Eddie. Very good. Good to hear you tonight. That wouldn't happen to be a documentary about one of our trivia questions now, would it? Anyway, your secret's safe with me if it is. Anyway, we'll clear a W3ETB for now. Let's go down to Kelly, KC0LRM. How you doing, Kelly? And are you going to stick around for the net tonight?
I'm in there now. Okay. All right. KE8VZA. Yeah, thanks for getting me off the screen there, Eric. Yes, I will be sticking around. They're talking about football on a blue screen. Sadly, my team did not do too good. BYU beat the crud out of the Horned Frogs, so maybe better luck next week. But Sooner did good, beating Alabama. I'm glad of that. All right. I'll be hanging around. Back to you.
W8WKY.
All right, Kelly, very good. Yeah, I caught a few minutes of the Penn State-Michigan State game. I do not know how it turned out. Anyway, good to hear you tonight. We'll clear with, got you on the log. We'll clear with KC0LRM for now. Let's go down and touch base with Taco Tim, KI5TAQ. How you doing tonight, Tim? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
Hey, good afternoon, or I should say good evening there. This is KI5TAQ. Yep, I'm sticking around. I'm kind of like one tired puppy with a tired puppy next to me. I done, shall we say, got a lawnmower and chopped down the forest in the backyard. So now the puppy can go out in the backyard and play a little bit. And, of course, I think I know some guy named Alan will say, Tim, that dog's a devil dog. But he's not. He's just protected. And right now, he is sleeping. So, Back to you. This is KI5TAQ.
Very good, Tim. I'm sure the puppy is grateful and happy to be able to go out there and not have to forge his or her way through the jungle there with a little machete. Anyway, good to hear you tonight, Tim. Got you. We'll clear with KI5TAQ for now. Let's go over to the land of maple syrup and snow. AB8MO, how you doing, Andy? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
This is AB8MO. Yeah, I'm kind of borderline with Dustin, although I guess I'm closer to the top of the list than he will be unless he cuts in line again. So maybe I'll stick around. I'll plan to stick around, and then I'll probably just go to bed after my turn. But it was snowing earlier. I don't know. I think there's a chance of snow tonight. So, well, let's see. We had about 6-7 inches of snow with the last lake effect snowfall, so I'm not sure how much this round's going to give us, but sure it'll give us some. Thanks, Eric. Back she comes. This is AB8MO.
All right, Andy, very good. We'll leave you on the log. Do your best, and good to hear you tonight. And we'll clear with AB8MO for now. And let's go down to N5KBD. Pete, I grabbed you from the blue screen, and how you doing tonight? And are you going to stick around for the main net? N5KBD, this is KE8VZA. Are you going to stick around for the beacon net tonight, Pete? All right. We'll catch him when we go around the horn again. Anyway, let's go down to KI5RFI. Mac, how you doing tonight, Mac? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
This is KI5RFI, representing beautiful Northwest Arkansas. How you doing tonight? I'm doing great down here. Got to watch the grandson play a little basketball this weekend. We've had two of the most beautiful fall days Arkansas has ever seen the last couple of days, so I'm loving it. I will be trying to stick around for the net. I think I'm going to make it all right since I'm pretty low down on the list. So with that, I'll turn it back to you. This is KI5RFI.
All right, Mac. Well, glad you had good time watching him play basketball. I was going through some of my pictures on my phone here recently and came across a whole slew of them from when our son played basketball many years ago. He was played in the rec basketball league here in the city, and with that. And one of his teams actually went to the championship and went through the championship playoffs and won. Anyway, good to hear you, Mac. Got you on the log. We'll clear with KI5RFI. Let's go down to Harry, KE8ZZR. How you doing tonight, Harry? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
KE8VZA, this is KE8ZZR. Good evening, Eric. And yes, I will be sticking around.
All right, Harry, good to hear you tonight. And got you on the log, sticking around. We'll clear with KE8ZZR. Let's go down to Uncle Fred, KE8QFT. How you doing, Fred? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Yes, I'm doing fine, and we'll be here. How about them Browns today? Back in pre-net.
All right, right, Fred, got you on the log. Yeah, they put Sanders in, and I think he now knows he now knows a little more about the NFL, I would say. Anyway, good to hear you, Fred. We'll clear with KE8QFT for now. Let's go down to JP, KI5LRA. How are you, JP? Haven't heard you in a while. Are you going to stick around for the net tonight?
KD8VZA, this is KI5LRA. Yeah, I'm sticking around for the net. Hey, good to hear everyone's voices tonight. Ray, thanks for the shout out, and Alan and everybody else. And yeah, I'll be around. So I'll catch you later. KI5LRA, back to you.
All right, JP, got you on the log. Very good. We'll clear with KI5LRA, and let's go down to KC8FQV. Got my letters mixed up there. How you doing tonight, Mark? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
Yeah, I'm going to try to get in there, KCFQV. Yeah, I'll stick around for the show. See, the Browns can't stick around for the show. I don't know. They leave the show early. They leave the show early or something. But yeah, we'll stick around. And other than that, not much out here happening. So we'll be around. Yeah, we've got some lawn mowed, other things done. My Temu orders came, and so probably order a few more things from them. So let's send it back to your way, Eric, KC8FQV, and it's ready for you to send it to the main show. So KC8FQV.
All right, Mark, very good. Good to hear you tonight. Yeah, the Browns, I swear, they just can't get a break. But the Pittsburgh-Cincinnati game was pretty good until Cincinnati just lost steam. But anyway, yeah, it was an interesting game. The Eagles are playing the Lions right now, and I was watching the beginning of that game while I was getting ready for the net. Looked like it was the beginnings of a good game anyway. Hopefully it is for those that might be watching along during the net. I'm not, because it's too distracting. Anyway, good to hear you, Mark. And we're at the top of the hour. We'll clear with KC8FQV. Let's roll on up to KE8QKO, Nick at Nite. Did you make it home there, Nick? And are you ready to take over the net? If so, go right ahead. KE8VZA.
W8WKY.
KE8VZA, KE8QKO. Hello, Eric. Yes, I made it back. I'm sitting here and I'm ready to go. Let's start this thing up. Oh, and good job on the pre-show. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Nick. My call sign is KE8QKO, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Kilo Oscar, and I will be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net. All traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, the Fireside Network, and various other repeaters. And we ask you to key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. Any stations that have not already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, sounds like Eric did a good job on the pre-show.
Let's go talk to our trivia masters. KE8VZA, would you read the primary question, please?
KE8QKO in the net, KE8VZA here with the main trivia question. What was the call sign of the Titanic? Was it Alpha, MGY, which is Mike Golf Yankee, or option Bravo, TIC, Tango India Charlie, or option Charlie, GMY, Golf Mike Yankee, or option Delta, TTC, Tango Tango Charlie? I'll take a break and read it again. KE8VZA back with the main trivia. What was the call sign of the Titanic? Was it Alpha, MGY, which is Mike Golf Yankee, or Bravo, TIC, which is Tango India Charlie, or Charlie, GMY, Golf Mike Yankee, or option Delta, TTC, Tango Tango Charlie? I'll put this in the blue screen in a minute. KE8VZA back to net control.
All right. Well, thank you, Eric. I have my guess written down. We'll see how it works out. Let's go talk to KI5DAY Alan to get the alternate trivia read. Alan, take it away.
Hey, Nick at Night. Glad you made it in time. When I finish my sandwich, I'll read the alt trivia. Give me about 2 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. I'll go ahead and read it now. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Which one of these facts is true about the Hawaiian Islands? Again, the question is, which one of these facts is true about the Hawaiian Islands? Is it A, Hawaii is considering voting to be a separate American territory rather than a state? B, the Hawaiian Islands move 3 feet closer to Alaska every year. C, the Hawaiian Islands have more native Hawaiians than Asian citizens. Or D, Hawaii is growing new fields of experimental sugar corn waldo canes. Let me let this drop and I'll read it one more time. Here it is again. Which one of these facts is true about the Hawaiian Islands? Is it A, that the Hawaii is considering voting to become a separate American territory rather than a state? B, Hawaiian Islands moves 3 feet closer to Alaska every year. The Hawaiian Islands, okay, C, the Hawaiian Islands have more native Hawaiians than Asian citizens. Or D, Hawaii is growing new fields of experimental sugar corn waldo canes. KI5DAY, back to net.
All right. Well, thank you, Alan. I have a guess for that one as well. I got it written down. We'll see how it works out later in the net. Thanks for doing the alternate trivia. All right, we're going to start running through our current check-ins. Remember, if you did not make it in and you want to check in, we will have more rounds of check-in. And if you have emergency traffic and you can't wait, you're welcome to hop in at any time. We'll try to squeeze you in there. Or we will squeeze you in there. So the first station we have is in and out. That's N8YMY, and that's going to take us down to KF8G Brian. How you doing, Brian? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Well, I'll tell Alan. He must have turned up his audio, because I can actually hear him now. And my radio is at the exact same volume it always is, so good job with that. I can hear you. You're still a little low with everybody, but it's fine. But, well, I finally get to do something. It's been a long time since I've retired now. I had a seasonal job working at a racetrack, so I had the winter off, and a friend of mine called me in desperation for help one time working on pipe organs. So I said, yeah, I'll go out and help you. So it ends up we go out between basically Thanksgiving and New Year, or Thanksgiving and Christmas, and tune pipe organs so that they're nice and fresh for the churches for the winter for Christmas. So I start Monday. It's been a long time. It's been almost 10 years, so I really miss doing it because I really enjoyed doing it. So I'll be kind of in and out. I'll try to check in on Wednesday. We'll see. I can probably do it with my phone, but who knows where I'm going to be? It could be any one of 5 neighboring states. So with that, I'll turn it back to the net. Good evening, everyone. KFAG.
All right. Well, thank you, Brian. Have fun with the pipe organs, and yeah, look forward to hearing you on the nets in the future. Hey, I have a feeling I know what the answer is going to be, but did I catch your trivia answer?
42 corn Waldo corn stalks, or whatever those were. KFAG.
All right. Well, thank you, Brian. Got you down for 42 corn Waldo corn stalks. Thanks for checking in. Next, we have K5 CFY Ray. How you doing, Ray? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
QKO in the net. K5 CFY. Good evening there, Nick at Nite. Thanks for running the net. Wave a hand there at your net logger there. Mr. Eric doing a wonderful job. And Brian, when Alan's on the radio, I always turn my volume way down. Anyway, for my guesses tonight, I'm going to go with Charlie and Charlie. So back to you there. Have a great net. K5 CFY.
All right, well, thank you, Ray. Can't turn the volume down on Alan, then you don't know what shenanigans he's getting into. We got your answer down for Charlie and Charlie. Next station we have is W3 ETB Eddie. How you doing, Eddie? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Yeah, hi there, Nick. I actually had a real nice day here in Annapolis. It was really nice outside, but I spent the day actually reupholstering the arm rest of my desk chair. So and it did take pretty much half of the day. I think I had texted Grant earlier and told him to actually send him a picture of the chair. Told him it took me 3 hours to do one arm rest and an hour and a half to do the other one. Once I figured out how to do the first one, it only took half the time to do the second one. So that was pretty much half a day right there spent reupholstering the arms rest on my chair here. But they look pretty good, and actually it's a lot better than having the other material that was there, which was supposed to have been leather, but of course it was definitely not leather because it was cracking and torn and everything else. But now everything looks pretty nice. So, and actually, as far as the trivia questions goes, Eric, no, I did not watch a documentary on the trivia, but I think I'm going to go with A for the first one, for the main trivia question. Only because it involves CW, and I've been doing some studying on CW, but that doesn't mean necessarily that I stumbled across what the call sign was for the Titanic. It's just a guess, because I'm also going to go with A for Ellen's question as well, because I think that Hawaii becoming a territory is not a bad idea. In fact, I'm actually thinking about becoming a territory myself. Anyway, back to you there, Nick. W3TV, back to that.
All right, well, thank you, Eddie. We got your answers down. Let's see, what were the letters for those? I think it was Alpha and Alpha. So thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. Next, we have KC0LRM. Kelly, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? Actually, before I go to you, Kelly, I need to identify. This is KEQKO on the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 3.0, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Now we can go to KC0LRM. Take it away.
Okay, QKO. Thanks for doing that. You threw me there for a second. Let me give my answers before I forget. I'm going to go with A for the first one because I really don't have a clue, and that just looks like something that might be. And I'm going to go Delta, Alpha for the first one and Delta for the second one because that's what I believe. I think the island moving 3 feet is too much. So just 3 inches, I might have picked that one. I think 3 feet is too much. I was going to tell Eddie, he didn't have to really become a territory. He could just identify the territory. So there's that. Everybody have a good evening out there, and I'm going to get off of here because I got to get up at 4 a.m., so that comes pretty early. All right, so everybody have a good one, and catch y'all next time. 73.
All right, well, thank you, Kelly. Now you got me wanting to rethink my answer. I wrote it down, so I guess I'll stick with it. Next station we're going to talk to is KI5TAQ, Taco Tim from Bofang, Oklahoma. How you doing, Tim? What do you have for the Beaconette tonight?
Oh, good evening there, Nick. Well, the only thing I'm doing is just resting and relaxing right now. I'll be getting ready to go back to the playground tomorrow. For trivia questions, I'm going to be like some kind of electrician. Mean, Alpha, alternate, Charlie. And that's the electrician kind of thing. Alpha and Charlie. I'll send it back to net control. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, well, thank you, Tim. Got your answers down there for Alpha and Charlie. Thanks for checking in. I appreciate it. Next station we have is AB8MO Andy. How you doing, Andy? What do you got for the Beaconette?
Let's see here. This is AB8MO. Not a whole heck of a lot here. Went to church today and came home and tried to take a nap, but I drank too much coffee in the morning, so I actually didn't nap at all, which I guess is a good thing. So I'm kind of more tired now. So maybe I'll actually sleep through the night. So I said I'm probably going to pull the plug here as soon as I'm done with my transmission here. Matter of fact, I'm going to probably just get off of NetLogger before I get distracted. So, in the same vein with Taco Tim, I'll go with air conditioning as well for my answers. So, we'll go with that. Looked at the forecast. Looks like it's only supposed to snow just enough to say that it snowed. So, it isn't going to amount to much of anything this week. So, I'm okay with that. But I washed my car the other day and it's got salt on it already. So I'm going to have to wash it again, darn it. Anyway, good to hear you, Just Nick. Just Nick. And Nick at Night. Both of you guys. It's good to hear you both. I was listening to Just Nick burn up the airwaves before pre-show. So, anyhow, that's all I got from here. I'm going to head off to bed. I'm not quite over my cold. I'm a whole lot better than I was, so I'm still dealing with a little head congestion and occasional cough. So probably going to take a little NyQuil, and that'll put me out pretty quick. That's all I got from the land of snow and maple syrup. KEAQKO. This is AB8MO.
All right, well, thank you, Andy, and nice recovery there. Got your answers down for Alpha and Charlie. I'm glad you're starting to feel a little better. Yeah, remember, I don't want any more snow. I don't know. Snow's okay. I don't really mind the snow that much. It's getting chilly out today, and I just don't want the ice when that comes. I don't want that stuff. Anyway, got you in there. Get some rest. Thanks for checking in. The next station we have is N5KBD. Peter. How you doing, Peter? And what do you have for the Beaconette tonight? November 5, Kilo Bravo Delta. Are you out there? Do you have comments for the Beacon Net? All right, nothing heard. Perhaps he was in and out. I think it looks like he did not respond during the pre-show either. So if he wants to recheck, we're happy to take his recheck. Next we have KI5 RFI Mac. How you doing, Mac? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
There we go. Good evening, everybody. I think I'm going to take a wild guess on the trivia. I have no idea of either one, so I'm going to go with Charlie and Charlie, like somebody else does every time, but this time it's the first for me. Anyhow, back to net control. This is KI5 RFI.
All right, thank you, Mac. I think you said Charlie and Charlie, if I was listening correctly. I think Eric will put that in there. Yeah, there it is. He's got it in there. Thanks for checking in, Mac. Good to hear you. Next, we have K8 ZZR Harry. How you doing, Harry? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KE8 QKO. This is KE8 ZZR. Good evening, Nick, and everybody else that's on the net. Not a whole lot happening here. Kind of had a relaxing weekend, so I kind of enjoyed it. So did watch some football this afternoon, watched those pitiful Browns, but what can I say? Anyways, my trivia questions. I'm going to go with A as an alpha for the primary and C Charlie on the alternate. And with that, I'll turn it back to you, Nick. This is KE8 ZZR clear.
All right, well, thank you, Harry. Got your answers down for Alpha and Charlie. Thanks for checking in. Next we have K8QFT, Uncle Fred. How you doing, Fred? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Well, I'm going to answer trivia in an electronic way also, but I'm going to go with DC, Delta and Charlie, as opposed to AC. You know, someone, when they first started with the electricity bit, this one feller, he wanted to go with DC as opposed to AC, you know. I forget what the feller's name was. He raised quite a steer as an inventor. He was very radical, this guy. Yeah, not a lot to report on today. Watching the Lions and the Eagles right now, and I'm surprised the Eagles are up 13-6. Yep, other than that, not much going on. K8QFT, back to net control.
All right, well, thank you, Fred. Got your answers down for Delta and Charlie. I'll tell you what, if an inventor like that existed, they should name a car after him or something. That would be really awesome. Anyway, thanks for checking in. This is K8QKO on the WWKR repeater 147 Mark 290, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. The next station we have is in and out. That's WA8KOC. And that's going to take us down to KI5 LRA JP. How you doing, JP? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Well, good to hear everyone. I'm just going to go ahead and go with Alpha and Charlie, and I don't have much else for the Beacon Net. Just trying to wind down for the evening, but good to hear you guys. KI5 LRA, back to you.
All right, thank you, sir. Got your answer down for Alpha and Charlie, if I heard that correctly, and I think I did. My net logger will correct me if I didn't. Anyway, thanks for checking in. I appreciate it. Next station we have is with short time, in and out, talked on the pre-show, AF5JB. And that's going to take us down to KC8FQV Mark. How you doing, Mark? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Well, we have the alphabet. A, B. A for the first, B for the second. We just start with the alphabet, go A, B. There is no other question, so one gets A, and the second one gets B. And, we did some mowing yesterday. Today, didn't do as much as what I was planning to do. But we'll do it tomorrow, I guess. So, other than that, we'll send it back to Net Control. Meeting on Thursday for the Silvercreek group. So, I'll send it back to Net Control, KC8FQV.
All right, well, thank you, Mark. Got your answer down there for Alpha and Bravo. Thanks for checking in. Next station we have is W8TD. John. How you doing, John? What do you have for the Beaconette tonight? Whiskey 8 Tango Delta. John, are you out there? Do you have comments for the Beaconette? All right, well, nothing heard. He was checked into the blue screen. Maybe he wasn't able to make it in all the way. That happens. But we've been there, and if he wants to recheck, we're happy to take a recheck. Anyone who would like to check into the Beaconette, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
KJ5 Juliet Mike is listening in. This is Jim. I'm an Echolink from Keller, Texas. Back to you, Ned.
All right, thank you, Jim. Can you come back with your call sign one more time? It was a little quiet.
Yes, sir. KJ5 Juliet Mike. This is Jim, Keller, Texas. Okay.
All right, copy that, Jim. Thank you, sir. KJ5JM. Go ahead and come back with your comments. Did you happen to catch our trivia questions?
Actually, sir, I just tapped in just a moment ago, and I really don't know what the trivia question is other than hearing A, B, and C. Over.
All right, not a problem, sir. We actually have two questions. We have two questions on the Beaconette usually two questions every night, or every night that we have the net. So I'm going to get those two questions read for you, and then I'll call back out to see if you want to try to answer them. We'll start with KE8 VZA Eric and get the primary question read again. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the net. This is KE8VZA with main trivia. What was the call sign of the Titanic? Was it Alpha, MGY, which phonetically is Mike Golf Yankee, or Bravo, TIC, Tango India Charlie, or option Charlie, GMY, which is Golf Mike Yankee, or option Delta, TTC, Tango Tango Charlie. I'll post this in the blue screen again. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, sir. Let's go talk to KI5DAY Alan to get the alternate quick trivia read. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY. I don't know what that was. That was not me. If it's still doing it, I hope it's not. Somebody keying up or something. But anyways, tonight's alternate trivia is Which one of these facts is true about the Hawaiian Islands? Is it A, Hawaii is considering voting to be a separate American territory rather than a state? Is it B, the Hawaiian Islands move 3 feet closer to Alaska every year? C, the Hawaiian Islands have more native Hawaiians than Asian citizens? Or D, Hawaii is growing new fields of experimental sugar corn Waldo canes? KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, well, thank you, Alan. Let's go down and talk to KJ5JM Jim. How you doing, Jim? Do you want to answer the trivia now? Kilo, Juliet 5, Juliet Mike, Jim, do you want to answer the trivia? All right, we might have lost Jim. He might be trying to get back to us later, and I don't know if I'll have to read him again. I'm guessing Echo Stink might have messed up on him a little bit, and maybe he lost connection with us. Okay, back to the bottom of the list. Let's do another round of check-ins. Anyone who would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo 4 Oscar Golf K4OG Mark and Copley.
KJ5 Juliet Mike, I think I'm back. I hit a wrong button somewhere there and had to completely recycle. Let me give you a quick answer on your trivia question. I think I'll go with C. I think that was Tango Tango, I think Yankee for the Titanic. And the second trivia question, I do believe Hawaii is working its way closer towards Alaska. KJ5 Juliet Mike, glad to be back.
W8WKY.
See how he's doing and see what his answers are for the trivia. Mark, take it away. All right, I tried to call for Mark, but I also should have identified as well. This is K8QKO, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Kilo Oscar. On the WWQI repeater, 147 Mark 3 positive offset with a PL total of 114 Mark 8. And we're going to go for Kilo 4 Oscar Golf, K4OG. Mark, how you doing, sir? And what are your comments for the net?
K8QKO, K4OG. Good evening, Nick and everyone. Yeah, I was doing some late night parts shopping on the internet. listening to you guys, so I'm ready to go to bed, but I figured I'd give you my answer. Everybody's playing around with the letters with the AC and DC. I got a new one for you. I'm going to go CB, Charlie Bravo. There you go. You guys have fun. K4OG clear. Back to net.
All right, well, thank you, Mark. Got you down there for Citizens Band. Actually, I think Jim beat you to it there right before, but that's all right. We'll take both. And sounded pretty good, except you had a little bit of an alien abduction noise at the beginning of your transmission, so I hope you turn out okay. But yeah, so that's it. So get some sleep, enjoy your shopping. Next, let's go down and talk to K6KJV, Rev Kev. How you doing, Kevin? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
I've got some Cornwall bean answers for you, but I don't know. I didn't see the questions. I didn't hear them. Oh, I forgot to identify their back-end on the job now. They're not furloughed. This is K6KJV for all those intrusive alphabet letter agencies that need to know my business. Oh, hello to you, Mr. Nick at night, and Nick and the rest of the crew. And the youngins. Yeah, you always have some radio problems, huh? Well, I'm late, and then I had a hard time getting in, so without further ado, I know everybody's in suspense to hear what I'm going to say. So, here comes double D's, Delta and Delta. So, you know what? I don't care if there's no Cornwaldo beans in the answers or questions, because they're always right. So with that, I'll say God bless 73, everyone, and back to net control from K6KJV.
All right, well, thank you, Kevin. We got you in there. We knew what your answers would be. Double D's, as usual. Thanks for checking in. It's good to hear you. Sorry you had trouble getting in. Glad you're able to make it. All right. Do another round of check-ins here. Anyone who would like to check in the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Nick, is that you, or is something else going on out there? Take it, please.
Well, Nick, that's something else going on. I'm trying to reach K8VZA and get his comments for the net.
Outside on the lawn, got the leaves chopped. Actually bagged them because there were so many of them, and they were blowing into the neighbor's yard. So I got them all cleaned up in the front yard. The backyard, I just chopped them and let them fly. There weren't that many. And did the final plugging of all the lines and ports on the pool and secured the cover. The notorious plywood pond is put to bed for the winter. Anyway, let's see. I'm going to abstain from main trivia, and I'm going to answer Bravo for alternate. KE8VZA, back to net control.
I hadn't thought of this until now. If you didn't actually close the plywood pond, then you could have a plywood skating rink, and then maybe you could use that as a way to go to your significant other and suggest that you need a Zamboni. So you can get a Zamboni if you don't cover the pond. And who doesn't want another, like, fun tool to use? And who wouldn't want a Zamboni? Just a thought that popped into my head. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it. Next, we have KD8 EPC, Dustin. See how he's doing. If he wants to, well, see if he's out there and wants to have comments for the net. Dustin, take it away. All right, nothing heard. Dustin might have turned into a pumpkin. Let's go talk to KD8 SLG. Just Nick. How you doing, Nick? Hi, Nick.
KQKS is KD8 SLG. Good evening, Nick at Nite. Oh, the beacon essence. Great to hear you, man. No, I don't turn into a pumpkin. I turn into a pumpkin roll. Looks like Alpha and Charlie are popular tonight, so I'll go Alpha and Charlie. Got that, Eric? Alpha Charlie? What do I got to talk about tonight? Had an XCOM meeting this afternoon. Interesting stuff. We got a meeting Thursday night. Hope to see a bunch of you there. I'll be at Casa for some Mexican food, I imagine, beforehand, or at least some camaraderie. Y'all know where it is. If you don't know, it is www.ky.org. That'll tell you how to get there. We got the Christmas party coming up, December 11th. Get there 6 o'clock-ish. We want to get seated and start eating around 6:30-ish. So that's the plan there. And you can purchase those tickets. They're up on the website now. That's all I know about tonight, Nick. Thanks, man. Fine business. Hope to see you soon. KD8 SLG, back to net control.
W8WKY.
All right, bit to unpack there, Nick. All right, got your answer down for Alpha and Charlie. You're right, that's popular. It's not my answers because I didn't. I wrote my answers down before I heard all the popularity, so I'm not going to hop on that wagon. Let's see. Turn into a roll. Well, you don't have to turn into one, but there might be. I won't be at the meeting on Thursday, unfortunately. My son's got his old soccer team's having their award ceremony that night. I don't know if he's going to get an award. Probably not, but I guess still have to go. And then other things I put into Discord you'll see, or may have seen. And let's see, there's that. And yeah, so I got to get with Josh. I've got some stuff in my freezer that need to go into his freezer if he has room. So we'll see if he or Lucy are on next and ask them if they have room for them in their freezer so we can figure out a time to hand that off and get you what you so desire there, Nick. Yeah, the Christmas party. I won't make it there either. Turns out, for some reason, the club picnic and my wife's company picnic are always on the same day every year. I believe the first one at the new location, Gary had tried to put it in a different week, and then they got this week, and then they stuck with this week. So then now our Christmas party is time every year. So we have to pick. Which means my wife's company picnic, company party this year, and then the club party next year, I think is what we'll do. Anyway, that's it for me. Next, we're going to why should I identify? This is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive also the PL total of 114 Mark. And we'll call for W8HRF Josh. Hi. Do you have comments on the beacon net? All right, well, Josh may be sleeping still on the couch, so we'll do that. Here, a Miss Lucy might be working around the house, so we'll give her a call, and if she's working, we should be loud. So So say it loud and proud with me. K8YUK Lucy. How you doing, ma'am? And do you have comments on the BeaconNet? Okay, well I'm batting 1,000 here. Let's go see if KI5DAY is out there and wants to comment on the BeaconNet for us. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY. Well, first I'm going to go with my regular trivia answer of D. I have no idea. I didn't even know they had a call sign, but that's pretty cool. I mean, I figured like airplanes have call signs, but they're more with numbers and a couple letters. But yeah, that's different, especially 3-letter call signs. Interesting. Don't know much about boats and stuff. I've never been on one. I avoided the Navy because I couldn't see myself being on a ship or a submarine for all that time away from land. Kind of like flying, even though I was in the Air Force, sometimes we would have to fly for 13 to 16 hours or better, and there's nothing worse than those long hauls like that, because when you get on the ground, you just don't want to go off the ground again for some time. Not a whole lot else going on, man, just feeling the love, feeling it, Now, I feel funky because I took that tramadol, it's still messing with me. What else is happening? Been doing a little decoration for Christmas, nothing too fancy, just some minor decorations. Got to put a little bit of lights outside, I guess. And I love satellite spotting. The other night I was sitting out there. I wanted to do it tonight, but I didn't have time after I got through with choir practice. But I like to just lean my head back and watch satellites fly overhead and just catch them by chance. Of course, I have an app for the space station. I like to watch it fly over too. Some nights it's really spectacular. Other nights not so much. Let me let this drop. I've got to get set up to where that I have a better radio setup for when the space station flies over, though. I need to, because you can have a receive, an uplink, and a downlink for the space station and bounce your signal off the space station and make contact with other stations. I've never successfully done that yet, but eventually I'll get there. But it's still a lot of fun to hear people calling out and bouncing their signals off of that thing when it flies over. But it's been beautiful in Oklahoma. The weather's going to change some. We're going to get some rain this week, and it's going to get cooler. I'm digging the cooler, but not so much the rain, but that's okay. With that, I'll shoot it back. Hope everybody's doing well. And KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, well, thank you, Alan. Thanks for doing the alternate trivia. I appreciate it. My answers tonight are going to be Charlie and Bravo. That I wrote down to start. See how it works out for me. I've had a busy weekend. Got some pumpkin rolls made up. Finally got all that stuff done today. Son he joined the theater club or whatever in his school, so they have their play this weekend. So we got to go to 2 of those. That's always fun to sit through the same play 2 days in a row. Did some scout stuff. Did some chores and some stuff around the house. Cleaned my truck out. Things like that. Been a fun little weekend. Okay, we're back at the bottom list here. We'll say anyone who would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Whiskey Tango Delta, W8TD. John in Wadsworth, in and out, please.
All right, W8TD, John, we actually had you in there earlier. You weren't listed as in and out, and I did a call out for you. I didn't hear from you. But you're in the log already, so I appreciate you coming back and making sure you're in there, and we got you in there as in and out. Is there anyone else who would like to check into the BeaconNet? Please call now.
Well, I'll break a little silence. KSFQ, I'll just recheck. Not going to change answers. Just going to add a little more. KSFQV.
Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, I just was doing my calendar of Christmas parties, and last year I had 2 on one night. So I stopped at the one, Cauca Falls, and just chatted with them and had a drink. And then got on the freeway. I don't know how me and Andy ever got through that interstate central interchange. East-west is not straight. Not straight at all. But north-south going through it straight. But yeah, then we came over last year. They had it on Thursday, the same night we had ours out at Wadsworth on Thursday. But this year, theirs is a week earlier on Wednesday, and ours is a week late. Always on Thursday, the second Thursday of December. So that has got no interference. Then Cars is on Saturday or Friday night. I think the week before I head for Columbus or Cincinnati. So all my parties are straightened up. So I'll be partied out at the end of the year. So I figure I'd just throw a little more out. Maybe try to get drum up some more business. You're a little light on check-ins tonight, KSUP QV. Yeah, yesterday morning, Phil did a heck of a job getting 42, and that was a little bit pulling teeth on a Saturday for the barometer net, but he got it pulled and got to 42, life of everything. So KSUP back it comes.
All right, well, thank you, Mark. Thanks for the recheck there. Yeah, that central interchange can be an interesting thing. Thankfully, they got it all done now. So now you only have to deal with the bridge up north on Route 8 that they're rebuilding. Eventually, someday, they'll get it all done, and then they can start all back over again. Oh, well. Thanks for the recheck there, Mark. I'll do one more round of check-ins here. Anyone would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
W8WKY.
Whiskey Delta 8, Lima Alpha, WD8LLA, Neil and Brewster.
All right, I've got WD8LLA. Anyone else like to check in? Please call now.
Good evening, Eric. I don't have any traffic for the net tonight. I just wanted to check in, give you a number, say hi to everybody that's checked in tonight. 73, back to net control.
All right, copy that, Neil. Got you in there kind of as in and out. Appreciate you checking in. This is KE8QKO on the WWKY repeater, 147, Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114, Mark 8. And we'll do again, another call for check-ins. If anyone would like to check into the Beacon Net, please call now. All right, might be a light net. Let's go get some trivia answers. Let's talk to K8VZA, Eric, and find out what the answer to the trivia is. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the group, KE8VZA here. Let's attack the main trivia and figure out what the answer is. So what was the call sign of the Titanic? MGY, Mike Golf Yankee. Let me take a break for time and I'll read you the backstory.
I'm going to take it. Well, Eric, we had somebody hop in and stop on you there and prevented you from actually reading the answer. Can you come back and start over?
Mike Golf Yankee, MGY. The Titanic call sign was MGY. However, it was originally MUC, Mike Uniform Charlie. Europe and the U.S. were initially assigning call vessels independently, so it was kind of a mess. The call sign MGY was originally assigned to the steamer Yale in the U.S. Eventually, they all got together and went with the central agency that was known as the International Bureau in Bern, Switzerland, and eliminated all the confusion. It sorted things out and brought some organization to it, and the Titanic call sign became MGY, and the Yale became WRY. So there you have it, MGY, Mike Golf Yankee, answer Alpha. I'll put it in the blue screen. KE8VCA, back to net control.
All right, well, thank you, Eric. The answer was Alpha MGY. I missed that one, but I guess that's how it goes. Let's go talk to KI5DAY Alan to get the answer for the alternate trivia. Alan, take it away.
Kilo India 5, Delta Alpha Yankee. Okay, the alternate trivia question was, which one of these facts is true about the Hawaiian Islands? Was it A, Hawaii was considering voting to be a separate American territory rather than a state? Well, that's not the right answer because, at least lately, no, there has been no political moves to do that. Second one was B, the Hawaiian Islands moved 3 feet closer to Alaska every year. And the third was C, the Hawaiian Islands have more native Hawaiians than Asian citizens, or D, Hawaii was growing new fields of experimental sugar corn Waldo canes. I would love to try a sugar corn Waldo cane, get some for my Christmas tree, but sadly, I don't think that's going to happen. But first of all, if you've ever been to Hawaii, I've been there a couple times way back in the day in the Air Force, and there's so many Asians on those islands, it's unbelievable, especially Oahu. But what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. The Asian population in Hawaii is actually around 36.5%. The actual native Hawaiian population is 10.24%. So there's actually more Asians in Hawaii than native Hawaiians. So that is not the correct answer. Let me let this drop. The actual correct answer for the alternate trivia is B. Again, Bravo is the correct answer for alternate trivia. The Hawaiian Islands move about 3 feet closer to Alaska every year. They're on a trek, northwestern trek. As weird as that is, it inches toward Alaska about 3 feet a year, caused by the relentless movement of tectonic plates upon the vast expanse of the Pacific plate. Hawaii finds itself gradually drifting northwestward, propelled on a geological journey toward the frigid waters of the northernmost state. So it's a lot like your fingernails growing. It's a slow process, but it's actually pretty impressive that it's around 3 feet every year. So there you go. If you guessed B or Googled it, like some did, hi, then you got it right. KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, well, thank you there, Alan. Looks like we got one user, one login that got both questions right, so good for them. I knew it moved. I did guess Bravo because I thought that was the right answer because I knew it moved, and then somebody said earlier about it only moving 3 inches. I'm like, wait, maybe that's right. Maybe it's not 3 feet. Maybe it is 3 inches. So I almost second guessed myself. Thought about changing it, but I stuck with my guns there. It's pretty interesting. Plus, the volcano that's formed all the Hawaiian Islands is below the plates that move over top of it, which is how each island is formed from the same volcano that's on that spot on the Earth, constantly making new islands every long amount of years. I forget what the number is. Anyway, it's pretty cool. Hawaii is an interesting place. Thanks, Alan. I appreciate it. This is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And we've talked to everybody. We got our trivia answers read. And we're going to do one more round and one more round of check-ins, or only one more round of check-ins, or rechecks to the BeaconNet. If you'd like to check in or recheck to the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
K8QKO, K8YUK. I don't know if you did I don't know if you did net control yet or not, but I'll do a recheck. K8YUK, TK8. Well, I guess the rest of the rest of the check-in. Sorry.
K8YUK, we did do those, Lucy. I even tried to yell for you. Not really yell. I didn't want to yell into somebody's ear, but I tried to talk loudly. I even tried to talk loudly to wake up Josh, but that didn't work. How you doing, man? How are you doing? I have a question for you after your comments, too.
I'll tell you what, I got off the net, I Googled a couple things, and then the wheels fell off. Betty woke up absolutely losing her ever-loving mind. She's been fighting an earache, it seems, and I had given her meds before she went to bed, but she was just losing her mind. She would not calm down, and I realized it was her breathing that was causing problems. I have thought that she has had asthma, but her absolute gasps were not reassuring, so we ran downstairs to do a breathing treatment and watch Blue's Clues, and she calmed down and settled in and was much better, I think. So that wasn't wonderful. My brothers have pretty severe asthma, or at least they did when they were toddlers. The one still does. So I am hyper aware of how bad that could go. Overall, I think she would, survive the night, but it's still not comfortable and not great feeling. So she was falling to pieces. And then I was downstairs while she was wrapping up her treatment, and then Josh brought Will down because Will was crying. So we're just falling apart over here. But right now they're both in bed. Please, Lord, let them stay asleep. And that is what I have been up to ever since the net started. K8YUK, back to K8QKO.
W8WKY.
Well, gee, Lucy, sorry to hear that. I hope they feel better and sleep through the night. That kind of stinks to have to go through that, but I guess that's what happens to kids sometimes, unfortunately. Well, at least try to get some rest, you and Josh both. But I do have a question for you. Do you guys have much space in your freezer?
Space in the freezer. We have a rack of ribs that I don't know what we're going to do with. And I need to make sure I have room for a turkey, unless I buy a turkey to just let it thaw the whole time. So, I think we have some space. Now I'm nervous.
All right, if you have room for a turkey, then you're good, as long as you don't buy the turkey before Thursday. I'll text Josh probably tomorrow, and we'll figure it out. I have some things I need to get with you guys to take to the club meeting on Thursday, and they need a little bit of freezer space. Figured I'd ask you when you're on tonight. Anyway, thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it. Let's see. You mentioned Josh is awake. We'll see if he wants to come back to us. If he's not, that's okay. That's fine. We'll give him a call anyway. W8HRF, K8QKO. Josh, you out there? And do you want to get back to us? I understand if your kids are busy and you're busy with them. Totally understand. Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, K8VZA, KI5DAY, K8SLG, W8HRF, K8YUK, K8EPC, and Larry the Rubber Chicken. I would like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. You are welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the WWKR repeater, every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, except for Sundays. Don't forget to check out our friends on the Border Breaker Net, every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is K8QKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radios this time, 73 all.
88 SLG. Someone's trying to get into the repeater. You're breaking the squelch, and that's about it. Isn't any audio? Would you like to try saying something? We almost got a syllable out of that one. Keep on trying.